manager, Daniel Ano, to just give us the opening prayer. So, Daniel, please.
Okay, thank you, MFA. Shall we pray? Most gracious and everlasting Father, we thank you for today and we thank you for our lives. We thank you for everything that you've done for us. Father Lord, as we've joined to deliberate on matters around our retirement, we pray that this session is fruitful and relevant to us. And after the session, we can all take empowering decisions that will change our lives. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen and amen. Thank you so much. I have no doubts that we are going to really leave here empowered and we are going to have all our questions answered. So thank you. Thank you so much, Daniel. And thank you to everybody who is here. I can see over 130 people here with us this morning. We are so excited to have you. Thank you so much. And well, we cannot do more, but thank you. I wish I could see all the names so that I could like mention a couple of names, but I can't see them now. Okay, let me see if I can go through. Okay, I can't see the names now. Okay, no, I can't. I'm just going to say hello to a few people. Okay. I can see Ebo, Okran, Esther, James, Gloria, Peter Chris, Vicky, Victoria, Stephen, Esther, Samuel, all's well, another Esther, Heidi, Margaret, Anthony, Stephen, so many of you, Mezak, Mariam, uh, Richard, Andrews, Collins, Jafar, Stephen, Joy, Nelly. I think if I mention your name, you have to give me like a thumbs up to see. Thank you so much. Benjamin, Ivy, Ellen, Elliot, Clement. Thank you, thank you. You guys are already making our day. So thank you so much. So I'm just going to run us through how it's going to be like today. And if you're joining us from outside Ghana, you also want to give me a thumbs up. It will be really nice to know where you are joining us from if it's from outside Ghana. So thank you. So we have two speakers lined up for today. I don't want to take so much of your time because time has already been taken, but we have two amazing speakers for us today. All of them are very experienced in the work they do. And if you've seen the flyer we shared, we have a speaker from SNIT and then one from Data Bank. So fasten your seat belts. But then also we also have some giveaways. Woo! So that means some people are going to be leaving with some gifts today. Yes, yes, you're going to be leaving a gift. So um we have giveaways. We have so many vouchers we want to give out. And you guys are our special guests because you are special webinar attendees. So we have special gifts for you. I said special like 3 times because it's very special. So I'll be doing some giveaways in the course of today's program. Um, so please pay attention because I'm really going to try to give them like based on the presentations so that like it's fair, everybody has like a level ground to start with. So we will have some maybe after the first presentation, after the second, and then so get ready, get your fingers crossed. Then also I also want to invite us to ask questions. That's why the speakers are here, because they may speak but you may have your questions that they may not have touched on. So this is like the best opportunity to get them to answer your questions. So if you have questions, there are two ways you can do that. You can drop them in the Q&A, or you can raise your hands if you like to speak, right? But you can't just speak in the middle of a presentation. You have to wait for the presentation to be over. And then when I make the announcement that you can ask questions, then you can go ahead and then just raise your hand, and then we will call you. We'll try to take as many questions as possible, but we are also trying to work time. And so sometimes I try to encourage um, people to drop the questions in the chat instead of maybe if the raising of hands is not so comfortable, you just drop it in the chat. And then also watch out in the Q&A, because some of the questions will be answered in the Q&A, and then so that we don't have to answer it here. Because if the question, and you can drop questions on anything, it can be on the presentation, it can be if you have a question about data bank you want to ask us, feel free. If you want to ask a question about SNIT, anything at all, please drop it. Someone may respond, or the presenter may actually get to respond to your question. So that's it. And then yes, I think that's about it. We are going to get to our presentations now. But before that, I think I just have this announcement to make, that because of the rains, and I hope everybody is safe wherever they are. Um, because of the rains, our offices in Accra and Tema are closed today, just so that nobody has to travel all the way there. And we want to encourage everyone to use the digital platforms we have, the short codes, the mobile app. Just use any of them because the offices are not going to be open. And in the spirit of making sure that everybody's safe, if you need any assistance of any sort, I'm sure you can be assisted wherever you are. So you can just call us on our lines. That's 0302 and then somebody will assist you. But they're not opening. And this is also just a reminder that let's be safe. If you don't have to move, let's not move. These are terrible times, and we want to be sure that everyone, whether you're a client or you're not a client, your safety is so important. So this is an encouragement. Let's keep safe. All right. Thank you. Okay, so I think I can go ahead and introduce our first speaker for today. I think we are going to switch things up a bit. I am aware that our SNIT speaker will come after the data bank presentation, which is also great. So, since we have a presentation, we will take the second presenter first and then he will come after. So, we are going to take our presentation from Emma Somia Kwao. Emma is the co-head of sales at DataBank. She's also a public speaker and a trainer, and she's also like a coach. And she has more than 15 years experience doing what she does, managing people, leading teams, sales, marketing. And she's such a wonderful presenter, and I'm excited to be listening to Emma this morning. And she's going to talk to us about how we are just going to prepare ourselves for our retirement, the things we need to notice. And I tell you, Emma is a fantastic presenter, and you'll enjoy it. So, um, Emma, thank you so much. It's good to see you this morning. You look amazing, and I think we are ready for you. So, take us away.
Thank you very much, MFA, and thank you for having me this morning. We thank God for keeping us safe, especially those in Accra and Tema. We thank God. And we thank God for making today's section a success already. And thank you all for spending your minutes to join us for this morning's section. This is something dear to my heart because I have lived with pensioners and I still live with them. And I know how the struggle wasn't easy from the beginning. So it's always a delight for me to talk about retirement to my younger people, to my younger friends. So before I start, I will want Daniel to run a short poll just for us to have an idea the age ranges of participants on the call. So that will inform us on how to really address our audience well. So Daniel, if you can do that for us quickly in 2 minutes. So please just wherever you find yourself or you fit, just do that for us. Thank you.
Unmute me. No national. But won't you need the phone?
Right. So I think we can stop here, and looking at the poll, about 45% of us fall between 35 years and 44 years. And that is amazing. And 24% under 35 and 19% between 45 years and 54 years. And just 5% and 6% between 54 and 59 and 6% 60 years and above. This is wonderful. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing. So I know we are addressing majority of the youth or people in active service, and that's will be very amazing, and it will fit into the presentation. So thank you very much, Daniel, for that. So I'll share my screen, and to avoid any distractions, I'll go off camera, and when we are done, we come back. MFA, can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
All right, so let me start with a simple question to all of us on the call, and you can give your answer in your head or in the comment section or at the Q&A box. Have you ever imagined what your life will look like when you stop working? Many of us spend years planning weddings, planning our dream cars, planning our dream houses, planning our future with our husbands together. As I'm speaking now, someone has spent over 3 months, 6 months scouting how to buy cars from China. But only few of us, or only few people, spend enough time planning for the day the salary will stop coming. So today's meeting is about preparing ourselves so that retirement becomes a season of freedom and peace of mind rather than financial stress. So for our outlook, we'll be looking at why retirement planning matters, how to take control of your retirement number, what it is, smart investing tips you can use for you to achieve your retirement dream. So let's start rolling. So I want everyone, just close your eyes for a second and imagine yourself at the age of 60 or 65. Where will you be? What will you be doing? Where will you be living? Who are you going to spend the time with? How are you going to pay your bills? So the answer is with you. And I believe that the quality of your retirement will largely depend on the decisions you make today. So if you will be enjoying life, spending time together with the family, traveling all over the world, or pursuing a hobby you love best, it is all your decision. And all these things come with a choice and comes at a price. So if you will still be working, it is not bad. Maybe you are still working because it is a choice. But if the challenge is that it is becoming a necessity for you to continue working after retirement, then it ceases to be a choice. Then it has become something you cannot really fund when you are in retirement. So every dream we have must come with a price tag. The house you want, the healthcare you need, the trips you want to take, even the food you want to eat. Every retirement dream has a cost, and you will have to match your dreams with the money required for you to achieve them. And with all the imaginations and the dreams we are having, for the dream, they are free for you to dream. But to achieve them, you will have to pay a price for it. And so, what have you really done so far to achieve them? And retirement comes at a point where sometimes we don't even think of it. We only think of it when we have 5 years to retire. Then we start looking for what to do to give us that comfortable life. And so retirement planning really matters. And now let's look at these statistics. Less than 15% of Ghanaians over 60 receive adequate pensions to meet their needs. 96% of retirees earn 5,000 or less per month. And for this, my mom is part of this group. She has retired for the past 20 years, and what she receives at the end of the month is less than 5,000 cedis. And if we pick 100 Ghanaians who retire or reach the age of 60, only 2% retire comfortably. 23 depend on others, on family and friends, and 75% must continue working. Out of 2 million elderly people in Ghana, only 260,000 people receive pension. So I want to ask you whether you are part or you'll be part of this 260,000 people to increase their numbers. Some of us don't even know whether our employers are paying our SNIT for us or not. And then 82% of pensioners spend more than they can earn. So this is why retirement planning is no longer optional. It is mandatory. It is a must. We must all be intentional about planning towards our retirement. And these figures are not there to scare you. Data Bank is here to help you discover or to make a decision that will help you have that comfortable retirement. So there are differences between people who plan for their retirement and those who do not. So let's compare two retirees. The first person planned early. The second person postponed planning. 20 years later, one enjoys freedom and peace of mind. The other struggles financially and depends on family members. So the difference is preparation. So as you prepare, you are buying yourself future freedom. You are buying yourself a stress-free life. You are also planning yourself not to depend on family and friends entirely. And you're also planning for yourself to live that life you've been dreaming about. So do not think, as for retirement, dear, it has a long way. You will get there, definitely. You will get there. So then, how do you take control of your retirement? How do you take control of your retirement? And we want to share with you about 5 tips on how you can take control of your retirement so you can have that desired, comfortable retirement dream you've been having. The first point is start with the right mindset. When my mom was growing, she always said that my children will take care of me when I retire. My SNIT pension will be enough. I will be strong enough to continue working after 60. Things will work out for themselves when I retire. And these are things or sayings our brothers and sisters continue saying. And they think it is what it is. But let me remind you to say that as you are depending on your children or using them as your retirement package, your children will have their own responsibilities when they grow. Your health can change unexpectedly. Now you are strong, so you can do you can do up and down. You can go anywhere you want to go. But as you age, your health may fail you. And pension income alone may not meet all your needs. So start with the right mindset by accepting responsibility for your own future, and do not put your future in the pockets of your children or in the pockets of someone whom you think can assist you or help you when you age. Are you with me? If you are with me, I want to feel that someone is hearing you, so you can give me a thumbs up when I'm really hitting the buttons for you. Thank you very much. Point number 2, or tip number 2, beware of obstacles to a great retirement. So we forget that as we are aging, things will also change. So when it comes to healthcare, accommodation, longevity, inflation, young dependents, these are obstacles that are likely to meet us on the way. Those of us who live with pensioners, today, if it is not joint pain, it is their spine. If it's not their spine, it is their eyes. If it's not their eyes, it is their head or their BP is shooting up. So every now and then, they are moving in and out of the hospital every day, every month. So the obstacle here is that as you age, your medical costs tend to increase. And if you have not prepared yourself well, you will find yourself in a situation you may never want. Accommodation may also factor in your expenses, whether it is your own apartment or it is a rental accommodation. The expenses will continue to rise because you will have to maintain your home. You can't leave it there like that. Even in your pension, you still want your home to look neat and look nice and attractive. So there are some expenses in there for you to take care of. And as we age, as we go on pension, we age. One time, my mommy said, when you are growing and you have money, you don't see you are getting old. But if you are in your pension and you don't have money, you even pray that you die early because you age early. So sometimes they say, you give me money and I'll live long, and it is true. So you can glance through people who have gone on retirement and they are really struggling financially. And those who are financially okay, you can compare the two and see how well they are both growing. So these are obstacles we will meet. You will age, but as you age and there is money, you will age very well. Cost of goods and prices will also go up. And even some pensioners support children, support their grandchildren, support some family members. So there are real expenses that we must all plan for. And you will not leave your children or family members to do all these things. You have to be responsible for yourself. So beware of the obstacles to a great retirement. Number 3, understand that your pension may not be enough. Many workers assume SSNIT alone will fully support them. However, pension was designed to replace parts of your income, not all of it. So sometimes people assume that for now, I went to check my SSNIT, I have over 200,000. When I go on pension, I have some 200,000 to support me. What if that is not the case? And for that one, our SSNIT manager will throw more light on that. So if you currently earn 10,000 cedis per month, will you be comfortable receiving a fraction of it in your retirement? Let me know at the comment section. If you are receiving 10,000 now, and at age 60 or 55, where you've gone for early retirement, and you are receiving less than 10,000, will that be enough for you in your retirement? That is why it is always important to have additional savings and investments whilst you prepare towards your retirement. So let's look at these figures. This is the reality. So the average pension amount is significantly lower than what most people earn during their working hours or working days. So the average pension paid out received 1,990.03 pesos. The lowest, 409 cedis. Then the highest earning is 213,941 cedis, 47 pesos. Where do you see yourself in these 3 categories? And this is the reality. This is the reality. So you can't tell me it will be enough if you don't put in the extra efforts to find an additional income to fund the lifestyle you may want to have during your retirement. And these figures, I am sure SSNIT will throw more light on it. This is the reality. I have seen people, I have witnessed how some old men and women share their pension benefits or allowance when they go for it. So if you don't have someone supporting you, then you'll be like, no. we are changing the narrative this morning. And then again, if you know how to calculate your pension and payouts, it will be a step for you to identify the gap. So once you know the gap, you can begin to plan to close it. So this is an example of how to calculate your pension payouts. And this is an example they made. Mr. Mensah will throw more light. But this for how to calculate your pension, we take your average best 3 years of basic salary. So that is 54,000. So we assume it is 18,000. That is your best. After all the calculations on your pension, you are receiving 1,940 cedis. So if now your average is less than the 54,000, it means you are going to receive less. And would that be enough to fund the lifestyle you're looking for? The fourth plan or tip is this: get a plan B. And one of the most important retirement lessons is this: never depend on a single source of income. Never. So your retirement should ideally have multiple income streams. And that should say you having extra income elsewhere through mutual funds, treasury bills, equities, real estate investments, other businesses, and other investments. And this investment or this plan B is when your money is working for you. When you don't struggle, but you put your money somewhere and the money works for you to have that peace of mind you want to get. So the goal is to create income that continues even when your salary stops coming. And that will be the most exciting part of your life. When you know you are not working, no one is giving you monthly salaries, but an investment somewhere you started 20 years ago is funding your lifestyle at retirement. So to make a good choice or to make a good decision in investing, you need to ask yourself 3 questions. Know why you are investing and how much time you have. Have a plan, have a purpose, have a goal on why you want to invest. Is it for education? Is it for retirement? Is it for your wedding? Is it for a future project? Is it for an emergency? If you know the purpose, if you know the goal, that is when you'll be able to make the right choice. Do not follow your friends who are now saying investment in then you also follow, without you knowing your plan and your purpose for investing. Point number 2, know your risk tolerance. How much risk can you take when it comes to investing? Can you stay calm when the market fluctuates? Let's assume you bought 5,000 to invest. The next day, it's dropped to 4,800. The next day, it goes up again to 4,850. The following week, it has dropped to 4,500. How will you behave? Some of you may not stay calm. You run back to the investment house to take your money. Okay, so know your risk tolerance. Then you'll be able to make the right investment decision. And then the last one is match your investment, your risk tolerance with your investment choice. The truth is that the best investment is not necessarily the one with the highest return. It is the one that aligns your objectives with your risks profile. So because your friend wanted to buy stocks or shares, you also followed to buy same. You used the chop money your husband gave you to go and buy shares. And now the shares you bought, the price is falling and you are worried. You did not consider these factors. And that is why Data Bank is here to help you analyze these objectives before we recommend the right investment mix or vehicle for you. So before you invest, ask yourself these 3 questions before you do. So the 5th one is discovering your retirement number. And this is one of the reasons why we are here this morning. So what is the retirement number? Your retirement number is simply the amount of money you will need to invest regularly to achieve your retirement goal. So think of your retirement as your destination. We will help you calculate for you to know how your retirement number will look like. So without knowing your destination, it becomes difficult to plan the journey. What you need to know about your retirement number. These are the things that will factor in for you to generate your retirement number: your age, your risk appetite, your desired income at retirement, the number of years to retirement, and how much you have already saved. And this is why two people earning the same income or salary may have completely different retirement needs. So two people may not have the same need because our objectives are different. And the most important thing to note here is that time is more important than money. And that is where the power of compound interest impacts your number. So looking at this table, someone who starts investing at 25 years needs less money than someone who waits until 50 years to invest, with the aim of achieving 1 million cedis at the age of 60. And we are assuming an annual average return of 15%. So the earlier you start, the harder your money works for you. And that is the power of compound interest at work. So on the pool we made, majority of us were between 35 and 40 to, let's say, to 45. So depending on your age, if you are 35 years and you are looking at attaining age 60 and you want to raise a 1 million cedis when you retire, your retirement number is 367. Every month, consistently for the next 25 years, invest 367 cedis. Your contribution will amount to 110,106 cedis. Then the power of compound interest will give you this return, which will add up to give you the 1 million. We are assuming a rate of 15%. So in an area on the year where we get good returns, it will give you more. So do not think that we wait till you are 50. If you are 50, you will have to sacrifice more, 3,847, before you can achieve the desired results you're looking for. Are we together? Are we together? Give me a thumbs up if we are together. Thank you. So now, all of you, please kindly pick your phones. Let's work out this together. And I want to ask one person to tell us the result he or she had when they did this exercise. So go to www.databankgroup.com.
Hi, Emma.
Yes.
Hello, Emma. I'm asking that we want to drop the link to the calculator in the chat so that people can just access it directly from there.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's there now.
So please.
Yep.
All right. So please, the link is at the Q&A section of the chat. Click on it and let's try our hands on what your number will look like. So there are basic questions you will need to answer or provide the calculator, and it will also pop up the result for you. And when you are done, you can raise your hand and share with us what you got. Are we on track? Unfortunately, I can't see the reactions, but then I know my other colleagues are checking it for me. So what I have here is an example of a colleague. So I want to see your example before I share my own. Is anyone ready? So if maybe you can look at the hands raised and call them out for me, please.
All right. They are answering a number of questions, so it takes time. So I'm sure we have to give them some time before they drop the answers. But I'm checking.
All right. Okay.
So maybe you can go ahead.
Okay. All right. So based on what Ekoli did, this is the results he got from the calculator. So retiring at age 60, his current age is 30 years, and years to retirement is 30 years. And expected years in retirement is 25, meaning that he wants to live up to about 85 years. And he will need 15,000 to live comfortably when he retires. And then also he already has about 25,000 invested somewhere. So the calculator gave him a target amount of 4.5 million cedis. Now we are assuming a rate of 15%. And so the monthly contribution he will have to pass every month is 415 cedis, 24 pesos. This is his retirement number. So if he's able to do this consistently for the next 30 years, every year is going to give him 4,982 cedis, 88 pesos. His risk profile is very low. It's very low because he can't afford to be having palpitations every now and then. So he picked a low risk investment. And the total contribution at the end of the period is 174,486 cedis, 40 pesos. The end of the amount will be the 4.5 he's looking for. Now let's look at the magic here. The magic here is the power of compound interest. So the return he's getting on that investment over the period is the 4.32 million cedis. Who doesn't want this? If this will employ you for the next 25 years and pay you, who wouldn't want to do it? It takes discipline, it takes conscious effort. You must be intentional that you reduce some of your high life expenses and rather channel it into an investment that will work for you and for you to get that peace of mind you want. So your total contribution will only contribute 3.9% of the 4.5 you are looking for to retire comfortably with. So with this amount, plus what SNIT will give you, plus what other packages you may have at your workplace will give you, this will help you have that peace of mind for you to live long and enjoy life with your grandchildren, with your children, and the entire family. Is anyone done with his or hers to share with us? I just want to know how you were able to navigate through it and if you were able to identify your investment number, your retirement number. Anyone?
Okay, so just a reminder, it's in the chat. I think some people are asking for it in the Q&A. It's in the chat. The link is in the chat. So please, let's go to the chat and then let's do that. It doesn't, you just answer a couple of questions and then it will generate a number for you. It's free. So let's try it. Okay, I think some hands are up. Oh, okay. I understand some hands are up.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you can see the hands.
No, I can't. So maybe you will have to call them up for me.
Okay, good. Okay, so Peter Chris, please go ahead. Peter Chris Mensah. Is it for a question? I'm taking retirement numbers. So if you are done with the calculator.
Yes, I'm done with that.
Okay, so please, what number did you get?
Yes, so for the total, is it the total interest or the targeted amount?
No, that's your monthly contribution. I think that's the what comes up.
Okay, so the monthly contribution, 1,000, I need to do 1,290.
Wow. Okay, Emma, please over to you.
All right. So Chris, and what
Yes.
will be the target amount?
Yes, my target amount monthly is 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay. And then how
Yes.
much will you need to retire comfortably?
That is
In
the
millions.
10,000. Yes,
10,000.
Yeah, for every month. So
Okay.
I presume I'll stay till I think 30 years after. retirement, and I'm 38 now. Yes, and monthly basic, if I want to retire comfortably, 10,000 Ghana cedis. That is after 60 years. So now to achieve that, I need to be paying 1,029 Ghana cedis to achieve that. Yeah.
Yes. And it is something we can all do together. I think it is this thousand plus is something within limits, which I believe you can do it. So
Okay.
do you already have an investment with us here at Data
Yes.
Bank?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
If you didn't, I'll have given you a seed amount to start an investment this morning.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's good to hear from you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You're
So
welcome.
my ladies and gentlemen, this is all that we are saying. Have
Emma,
time and
hello, Emma.
use,
There are
yes,
some more
Emifa.
hands. So there are more hands. I don't know. Maybe we can pick a
Eh,
lady. Let's pick
all
one
right, so
lady.
let me pick a lady. Right.
Okay. So Juanita or Juanita, your hand is up. Please unmute and then tell us about your calculation and then the number.
So I asked how much do you need to retire comfortably? Is it the total quantum at the end of the period or the monthly contributions you want to make?
The monthly contribution you have to make.
Oh, okay. So it
So
means
when
that
you put in the monthly, the system, the calculator will give you the total money, the box sum you may need to invest to achieve that monthly contribution.
Please come again.
So if you give us, let's say 5,000
Hello.
cedis for you to retire comfortably, the calculator will generate the end target to say 2 million cedis, 500,000. So you will not put in that figure. The calculator will give you that figure.
Oh, okay. Because what I'm getting on my own with a monthly contribution, I think I put the 10,000 and expecting that I contribute 5,000 plus monthly contribution.
Okay. What was the target amount? What target amount did it give you?
The target amount, I'll get, I think, 9 million plus Ghana cedis.
That's audacious.
Yeah, so that's why I was asking whether the monthly contribution is what I want to contribute or what I currently take as.
Yes. So, Madam Juanita, if I may ask, what's your retiring age and what's your current age? So that also factors in the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the more years you have, the lesser you contribute. The shorter number of years you have to retire, the more money you'll have to invest every month.
Okay, but I think I still have some challenge with the monthly basic requirements in the calculator. But you can continue. I'm sure people will
Okay.
Please let me try and intervene because we want to be sure everybody gets it. So
Yes. So
the monthly basic is how much you want to get every month, like your salary every month.
okay.
So maybe when you retire, you want to collect maybe 5,000 every month. You can live on 5,000 every month. So that's your monthly basic, not how much you are taking now or anything. So you say that, okay, when I retire, every month I would like to collect this amount of money. Then the calculator will now multiply that by the number of years you want to live in retirement to generate a target amount. I don't know if
So
that's clear.
how much I want to at the end of the month when I retire?
Yes. So we assume that, okay, this is your salary. How much do you want to be paid every month from your investments?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you to Madam Juanita. So maybe for the last time, I want all of us to try it. I've also turned on my phone, so let's all do it from the top to down. Then you can share your number at the Q&A or the chat box. So if you are there, what age do you want to retire? Then you put in the age you want. Maybe, let's say 30 years. How old are you now? What age do you want to retire? Sorry, 60. How old are you now? You are 30 years. So put in your age and let's go on. So the number of years to retirement, the system has already provided that for you. Then you go next. How much money do you need on a monthly basis in today's cedis to retire comfortably? How much money? So I may say 15,000 cedis. That is what if I am paid for me to be comfortable, and when I retire, 15,000 is okay. And then the next one, how many years do you expect to be in retirement, assuming you live until age 85? Then I can say 25 years. So when I retire at 60, I want to live extra 25 years, maybe more, yes. So that has given me an automatic total amount needed to retire comfortably, and that is 4.5 million cedis. Then we go next. Are we following? Then we go next. Money already invested towards retirement. Then this one, if you have an investment or savings sitting somewhere, then you can put in that amount here. So let's say 25,000 cedis. You have 25,000 in your M fund. That one is sitting comfortably in your M fund and it is working for you. So the risk over here is a low risk. And they ask a question. How will you react if an investment you had committed for 5 or more years lost 10% of its value in the first year? So you pick the answers that fit your reaction. And now submit. So if you submit, it will give you the details you see on the screen. So based or depending on the figures you fed the calculator with, it will give you the results you're looking for, because we all have different answers, we have different ages, and the target amount we are looking at for. Yes, so whatever amount you receive in the monthly contribution becomes your retirement number. Do that consistently for the number of years you have to achieve age 60 or attain age 60, and you get there. I hope we are fine now. If you are okay, you can give me a thumbs up, and then we can continue and come back to it during the Q&A session if you are still struggling with it. Thank you very much. So I am checking your engagement. It's quite appreciated, and that is the essence of it. We don't need to just lecture and then you go. You will have to understand why you joined the call. And so, smart investment solutions for your retirement. We will not leave you alone to do all those calculations here and there yourself. We will help you get the right investment mix to let you get there. So you don't have to face your retirement alone. We will help you do this together. Now, for the purpose of retirement, at DataBank, we have a lot of investment products. We have about 5 mutual funds. And for the purpose of retirement, we've positioned B Fund as one fund that will meet your retirement need, because it is a balanced fund and the holding period is at least 4 years, but you can hold it for as long as heaven comes. And you don't need much, 100 cedis. But based on your retirement number, that amount can increase. But you just need 100 to start. And then put a standing order on your investment account for that deduction to come every month, so it works for you. Maybe if you want to come and do the fiscal deposit, you might forget, but let's automate it for you. Once we automate it, every month we'll just go into your account and pick the amount you've instructed us to take on your behalf. So no single product works for everyone. Let me say this before you say, Emma said we should all do BFund. No. The right solution depends on your goal, your timeline, and your risk appetite. So at DataBank, our team can help you determine which combination best suits your retirement objective. Maybe BFund may not help you based on your risk appetite. Then we can recommend something else for you that will also meet the same need you are looking for and give you the same solution. So, my dear people of God, this is why it is important to plan. Everybody wants peace of mind. Everybody wants to be there. And if you live with retirees, you maybe relate to all that we've shared this morning. So wherever you find yourself in Ghana, we have 11 locations. Accra, Cape Coast, Hokup, Foridua, Kumasi, Sunyani, Takwa, Takoradi, Tamale, Wa, and Tema. You can walk in anytime if you are close to them. Once we open an account for you, you can walk into any of our partner banks to make a deposit. ABSA, Access, Fidelity, CBG, GCB, GT Bank, Zenith Bank, UBA, name them. And at the comfort of your home, on your phone, any of these short codes will help you navigate through whatever need you want. And if you go online on our website, our online services are there. Our app will also help you do justice to this purpose. So before I say thank you, before I leave you, let me leave you with this thought. Retirement is not an age. Retirement is a financial condition. Retirement is a financial decision you have to make. And the question is not whether you will retire. The question is whether you will retire comfortably. The decisions you make today will determine the lifestyle you enjoy tomorrow. So thank you very much, and I appreciate your time and your engagement. Thank you once again, and I'll take questions when the time is up. Thank you very much. MFA, over to you.
Thank you. I told you guys you're going to enjoy the presentation. And I think Emma nailed it. Emma, thank you so much. We are so grateful. Thank you for taking time to explain so many things, taking time to take us through the the retirement calculator. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. And I've seen questions in the chat. And we will take them. Like I said, let's also be watching because people are also responding to some of the questions. But if they are for the panelists, then we will have a Q&A session at the end because we want the information, the juice to come fast. And then after that, we will take all the questions from all of us. So we are getting ready for our next presentation. Like I said, I have some giveaways to do, but just to give us some sort of break or breather, I have a very interesting guest here, and I would just like her to say a few words because she's on retirement, and I know she's enjoying her life in retirement. So as I've seen her, I saw her on the call, and I said, "Well, would you like to share with us some of the things you did?" And what young people need to know about planning for retirement, since you've been in retirement for a while, and you may have a few words of wisdom for us. So, Auntie Vicky, if you can just unmute and then just speak to us for maybe a minute or two, and then we'll switch to our next presenter. Please, let's welcome her. I want to see if she's...
Hello, good morning.
Yes. So good to hear from you. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak at such short notice. I just saw your name and I was like, you're like the best person to tell us something about how you prepared and what we need to know, just a few things. Thank you so much.
Okay. My name is Vicky. I'm 62 years old. I retired 2 years ago. And my whole life I didn't plan it early, but later in life, I decided that on retirement, I want to live like a queen. So I want to live my life in such a way that I'm not going to beg anybody, ask anybody for anything, but I'll enjoy the life I live, because I believe that life begins at 60. So I didn't start it early enough because I didn't think about it early enough. But when I got to know about investments, I decided that this I learned from my mother. The investment she was doing before, after she retired, it was paying her monthly. So she arranged, it was treasury bills. She arranged it in such a way that every month a bill will mature. So she did that consistently. So every month she had a treasury bill maturing, and that was like her salary after pension, adding to her SNET. So I also decided, I put money in M Fund and other investments. Then at a certain bulk sum that I want to shift it, then I shifted to treasury bill to make sure that the interest that comes on it will be enough if I add the little snit I get to it to live my monthly life. So I did that and made sure that every month, I wanted to do it for 12 months, but I couldn't get to the 12 months. But I made sure every month I have a bill maturing. So as it rolls over, it goes throughout the year. And I was dedicated to making the deductions, making sure I invest something every month. I said to myself, once I can pay tithe every month, I should be able to put something down for investments. So that is what I kept doing. And now I'm on pension anyway. Oh yes, I'm living like a queen. I'm not begging anybody for anything. I'm happy. And as I say, life begins at 60. It depends on you. If you want your life to be like a queen like I am, then you have to start it now. Wow. But if you are going to wait and enjoy everybody likes the wigs, the shoes, the everything. They are important, but then something should be put down to make you be able to enjoy life after pension. The children these days don't even have time for us. They even want yours to chop. So you will not get, they will not come and give you money. They are expecting to get some from you. So you have to plan for yourself and make life comfortable for you. So as you and the young ones, you have more years. I just pray that you start now. The important thing is to start now. It's never too late to start. I didn't start early, but I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. Thank you, MFA.
Thank you so much, Vicky. That was like amazing. It's almost like you're just the right. You said the right words, and guys, you heard it from the horse's own mouth. Like this is exactly, we need like somebody who is in retirement to come and remind us of all these things. And the strategy about the T-bill payment, I've never even thought ahead of it. I think it's so brilliant, and so thank you. I'm so glad I I asked you to speak. Vicky, thank you so much. We are really, really honored, and thank you. Such short notice and such nuggets of wisdom. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, she's enjoying her life like a queen. Please, I want to be like you when I grow up. So I want to come and see you for tips, more tips and tricks, so that we'll all live like queens in retirement. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Much. All right, okay. Should I do giveaways or we should move to our next speaker, guys? What do you think? Let me see what you people will tell me. I'm checking the Q&A, see on the chat, see if I should do giveaways or I should do I should bring on our next speaker. Giveaway. Hey, one person said giveaway. I should giveaway. All those in favor of giveaway, say aye. Hey, okay, now give her. Okay, I'll do two. I'll ask two questions. And then when you answer, I'll tell you your prize. Okay, so I need help. I think we'll just drop your answer in the Q&A or the chat. They can access the chat, right? Yes. So I need
only
help.
the Q&A.
Only the Q&A. Okay. Okay, please drop your answers in the Q&A. The first correct answer gets it. And that's it. So I'm going to be counting on. I have some people helping me. They'll be giving me the names of the winners so that it won't be like I know some people, so I'm giving them my giveaway prize. No. So I'm going to ask two questions. The first question is, what are two, according to Emma's presentation, Emma Somia Kwal's presentation, what are two obstacles to a great retirement? She mentioned about 4 or 5 obstacles to a great retirement. Two of them. Fast. Just drop them in the chat and let's move on. Okay. Do we have a winner? Please, if we have a winner, let me know. I think, Daniel, please help me if we have a winner. Okay. Two obstacles to a great retirement. Okay. Okay, I can see somebody writing something here. Okay. We have a winner. We have a winner, right? We have a winner. You guys are paying attention. Wow, so many correct answers. Okay, so the first correct answer I have here, I think is it from Peter? Daniel, please can you confirm if the first correct answer I have is from Peter? Peter King.
I don't think Emma spoke about inflation. No.
She did.
She did? As part of the obstacle?
Yes, please, she did.
Okay.
Yes.
Then Peter.
Okay, so Peter King, you've won 100 CDs gift voucher from Data Bank. Congratulations. Thank you so much for participating. Somebody will reach out to you. So you can be checking your chat or something. Somebody will reach out to you. The second question is our next speaker is ready to go, so I'll just do it quickly. The second question is, what are two of the steps to a great retirement? Emma gave about 5 steps. So if you can just mention 2 of them, and then we can move on. Oh, so many correct answers. Oh, okay. Okay. I want 2. I can see 1. Salary mindset. Starting today, start early, get a plan. Whew. Okay, please, do we have a winner? It's not looking like. Okay, I'll come back to announce the winner. I have to scrutinize the responses and vet them. So please, I'll come back to give you the winner. Now we want to switch to our next presentation. And we have a very special guest, as you may have noticed, from SNIT. His name is Michael Magnus Mensah. And Ms. Mensah has been in pension management for also 15 years, pension administration, and he's a corporate affairs manager for SNIT, the Accra South area. So we have a big man, very big man in our midst today. And I know a lot of you have SNIT questions. So he'll do a short presentation and then you can be dropping your questions. I've seen questions about SNIT already. He will answer all those at the end of the presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, with virtual standing ovation and a call, please let's welcome Mr. Michael Magnus Mensah. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone on the platform. I am glad to be here, and together I wanted to say that Queen Vicky has done my work for me already. Yes, I mean, a pensioner who wants to be a queen promised herself to be a queen, and so beautifully she has started, and she's enjoying the fruit of her labor, and that is beautiful to note. Whenever I meet such people, whenever I hear this from such people, you know that pension basically is about planning. And so when you plan well, that, like they always say, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. It's as simple as that. And I will start by telling all of us that social security is a right. It is not a privilege. So I cannot say that maybe my workers, if I have 5 workers, I feel that 3 of them are hard workers, or they are more beautiful than the others. So I'll pay for only 3 and leave the 2. No employer will have that power to say that. Once there's an employer and employee relationship, social security must be paid, or social security is affected. And so by the laws of the state, we have come from far, from 1965 all through. We went through, I mean, various phases. Today, what we are experiencing now is the Act 766. So we just left Act 247, which gave workers or contributors of the scheme, and after 20 years of contributions, gave them the permission to have full pension and the lump sum of a sort as well. But over time, somewhere in 2008, a new law was passed, which is the Act 766. Law was passed, but the law became operational in 2010. So in January 2010 onwards till today, this is what we have been using as SSNIT. We are working under an Act of Parliament, and so be it. This Act 766 has been structured into 3 major parts, which we call Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. SSNIT is the only manager of the first tier. So SSNIT manages the first tier. The Tier 2 is managed by private fund managers, and they are a lot. It's not just one company, they are a lot. So whoever they establish, or whichever establishment that as may be, may have the power to choose from among the lots. Then the third tier, so the first and the second tier are mandatory. The third tier is optional. I will explain again and say that when it comes to the first and the second tier, every worker, everyone who works, has a percentage that they deduct from your contributions, from your basic salary. And I say, I'm stressing on basic. It is not your gross, it is your basic salary. So if your salary is paid, you see, sometimes we all see these things on our pay slip, and we see that they've made some deductions. The deductions they have made from your contributions is 5.5 of your basic, of your basic salary. And then the employer. So since I'm doing with DataBank, let's use DataBank to do the case study. So for then DataBank, if I'm working with DataBank then pays 13% of the same basic, and that is added to the already deducted 5.5, and the totals 18.5. So from the 18.5, 13.5% of it is given as first tier contributions. That goes to SSNIT. And then the remaining 5% goes to Tier 2. So the mandatory aspect of the scheme plays between the first tier and the second tier, and it gives you 13.5% of the first deduction from the basic is sent to your first tier, and then the remaining 5% is sent to your Tier 2. Tier 2 is responsible for the payment of your lump sum, of your pension lump sum when due, whenever the contributor attains the age of 60 and is going on pension. It is the Tier 2 that pays the lump sum to that person. SSNIT's duty now is for us to pay you pension. So we take care of the pensioner from the time he goes on pension at age 60 or at age 55, if the person is going on reduced pension or is going on voluntary retirement. Between 55 and 59, the law allows you to do this. So if the person is going between 55 till the time the person passes on, SSNIT pays the person until death. If you refuse to die, we will also continue to pay you. I know that everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. So basically, this is it. This is just the brief structure of the social security scheme.
Sorry to cut you, sir. I just wanted to draw your attention that we are sharing the slide. So I just need to confirm if we are on the right page or the right slide that you are using for the presentation.
Yes. So where we are now, this is just this is just the overview of the scheme. But you see that, so now as we move on, when I get to certain places, I may not even speak on them anymore because I've already explained them to you.
So should we hold on, or we should
Oh, no, yes, you can. So yes, you, leave it here because I want to talk about the formal and the informal sector workers.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So the formal workers are those of us who are working or wherever there's an employer and employee relationship. That is where the formal stuff comes in. And then the informal workers are those who are self-employed and are contributing for themselves. So the person may be a painter, the person may be a momo vendor, the person may be a fashion designer, or so be it anything that the person may be doing on his or her own. And the person is now responsible for the payment of social security for him or herself. Those are the informal sectors. So the minimum age into the social security scheme is 15 years. I'm sure people will be asking, well, 15 years, is it not lower than the what they call the juvenile stuff and all that? And I keep asking that, don't we have house helps in our homes? So we have hired people from outside to come and work with us, and they are working. So already there's an employer-employee relationship between us. And so we say that the minimum age into the scheme is 15 years. Okay. And then the maximum age at which you have to join the scheme, otherwise you cannot join the SNES scheme if you haven't joined before, is 45 years. If you go past 45 years, even 1 month, you cannot join. Because remember, the scheme runs for 15 years, and 15 years guarantees you full pension. So we can move to the next slide. Okay, so SNET, this is our core mandate. We register employees and employers. So let's say employers and workers. We register them, and then we collect contributions every month. After that, we manage the records, the bio data and financial data of all these all these workers, and then the employers as well. Then we invest the funds, after which we process and we pay benefits when they are due to eligible members. So we can go on. So currently, you see that SNET, this is even more than that. Now the number has gone beyond this. Now we are over 2.10 million plus. It's even more than this because at the time this slides was prepared, we were here. But every day we register people. Every day we are on the field registering. We are getting people coming to us to register and all that. So currently, this is what we have with a percentage of about 64.8% being the private sector, and then 33.2 being the public sector, and then you have this other 2.17 from the self-employed. This is one other thing I need to say is that you see, the private sector is quite huge. It's bigger than the public sector. And so now you realize that SNET has even veered our energy more into what we call SEED, into the self-employed enrollment drive. So you see that now we are focusing more on some of these private contributors who otherwise had thought that they did not even belong to the scheme. They may have thought that they don't even deserve pension because they are not part of the formal. So this is just a brief structure for you to see. We can go to the next one. As I mentioned earlier, I said that the scheme has come from far, from somewhere. All the way it has gone through pension funds into social security provident fund and all those things. And today we are practicing at 766. And I've already explained the 13.5 and the 5.5 as well. Sorry, the 13.5, the 13% and 5.5%. So 13% comes from the employer, and then 5.5% from the employee's basic salary. We can move on. So these are all mandatory schemes. So we see, I said that the first year, the first year is in two parts. So we take the 13.5% that comes to us out of the total 18.5 that is deducted from 5.5 to the 13%, being employer and employee put together. SSNIT collects 13.5. The 5% is given to tier 2. For our 13.5, we even intend give 2.5% to national health insurance to as part of your social security. So you realize that when you are going to renew your cards and all that, and you go to NHIS, they normally ask you, are you a SSNIT contributor? They check your financial statement. If they see that your financial statement is up to date, usually they will just let the person pay 5 cedis. Those who are not part, I know I told they pay about 54 or something cedis every now and then. So basically this is it. And then the tier 2 is the private fund manager that ends up paying lump sum to all these pensioners when they are due. Okay, we can move to the next one. So again, I've already explained this. I've talked about 5.5. I've talked about 13%, and then the other one that we remit to NHIS. Okay, I'm trying to do an extempo thing because most of them are already in my head. So as I speak on them, I mean I'll be picking as and when I get to a slide and I see I've not spoken about something. Okay, so we can go ahead. I've spoken about this one too already. Okay, so these are the modalities for self-employed, and in actual fact is the same for even for the formal workers, so that every month the person declares. Before we put you on, we ask. We are not just doing it by magic. Normally every worker has a salary. So if my salary is 2,000 cedis and your salary is 5,000 cedis, you see, deductions are made based on percentages. So it is not the same that cuts across for everyone. We know that some staff that we have are supervisors, some are managers, some are top notch and all that. So whatever their salary is, there's a percentage the percentage of the person's basic salary is what we deduct to put into the person, I mean, the declared salary that we give to SSNIT for contribution reports to be made. Contribution reports are reports that we send every month to SSNIT declaring that, okay, data bank, we have 2,000 workers. The 2,000 workers we have, these are their social security numbers. These are their names. These are the salaries that they are on. These are the basic salaries they are on. Out of that, we also look into it critically to ensure that nobody is cheated. So it is also, the onus also lies on us as individuals to also make it a point to be checking our contribution statements over time. At least every year, try to check your statement once. Even if you can't check more than once, just try and check once, so that you see that your deductions that are being made are the same as that which has been declared to you from the time you started work. For us, those of us within some of these companies that we don't have much of a problem. But those with some private employers, they do this and they cheat some of the workers. So they know that they have told you that your basic salary is 2,000 cedis. But at the time that they will come to you, at the time they'll be coming to you or at the time they are declaring your salary to SSNIT, you see that even though you know that your basic salary is 2,000, they may be declaring about 1,000 cedis or 1,002 to SSNIT. Sometimes these employers even engage their employees and tells them, no, if we put all together and we give to SSNIT, they will say your taxes will be going up. When I sit and I watch people explain some of these things their employers tell them, and they come and they share these things with us, sometimes it's frightening. But you will never know these things if you don't check your contributions, if you don't check your contribution statements. And many of us fall victims to this because we feel that, oh, SSNIT is for the future. It is for the future, but the previous speaker spoke about how to plan your future and all that. And you know that once you are planning for your future, every time your eye should be on your investments as well. And you can only check some of these things when you print your contribution statement to ascertain that your basic salary as declared is the same thing that has been declared to SSNIT, so that your money goes in the right way. Okay, the next slide. So these are I'll just briefly talk about the SNP scheme and what it offers in terms of the unique benefits that we give to our contributors. The next slide, we can pick it. I'll pick it one after the other. So we have the old age pension. Old age pension, these are the benefits of the scheme. So with the SNP, you have 4 key benefits. One or two of them will come to play as and when. So I'll just talk about them and then I mean from my next slide you will get to understand it. We have the old age pensions, we have the survivors lump sum, we have the invalidity pension, and we have the immigration lump sum. Let me start from immigration. So okay, then also you realize that even from the old age, I said the old age pension, which is the full pension at 60, and then underneath you have the old age lump sum. So I'm going to explain that to you as well. Please, let's go on. Let me not jump it. Let me just go according to how it is. So this is old age pension. Every worker, when we work and we hope that we'll all turn 60 and then we'll go on pension. Not all of us are fortunate to go on pension, though. Sometimes on the road, somebody may die. On the road, somebody may become permanently incapacitated and move on. If the person is not a Ghanaian and the person has come to Ghana to come and work over here, over time, the person will leave and go back to the country, even if the person is not 60 years. So this is how it is. So when I pick it one after the other, you see, for the age of 60, when the person goes on pension, these are the qualifying conditions. One, the person should have a minimum contribution of 180 months, which is 15 years. Okay, 15 years guarantees you full pension, which is the 180 months. And the person should earn at least 37.5% of the average of the best 3 years annual salary. So we'll be talking about pension computations as well. When the person retires at the age of 60, the two key things we look at are the age of the person and then the total contribution that the person has made. So you realize that by the time you go on pension, even though we say that 15 years, normally some people go on pension, they may have contributed for 40 years, for 39 years, for 38 years, for even 20 years before they go. And that guarantees you the full pension. The qualifying condition, we look at the total contribution you have made. We look at the year that you are going on pension. And the year you are going on pension, if it is 60, then your average early pension retirement factor is 1 for everyone that goes on pension at 60 years. The average early retirement pension is 1. And then we also look at the extra months of contributions that you have made. So I've spoken about 15 years, but you realize that by the time you go, you may have done about 30 years, which then means that you have made extra 15 years of contributions. This extra 15 years of contributions you have made attracts a percentage. So each month of it, or let's say each year, attracts a percentage that is factored into the overall pension computation of that person. So the person pensions at 60 years and then ends. So your earned pension becomes higher than maybe. So two people going on pension, all things being equal, let's even say that their salaries were the same over the past 3 years before they went on pension. So we look at the best 36 months of the total contributions that you have made. And these two people, they may have earned the same. But so looking at it, if they have been managers over time, every year, gladly we get some form of increment on our salaries every year. And so we will pick the best 3 years. We'll pick the best year salary. We come to the second best year, then we pick the third best year. Assuming these two people have the same amount of salary earned. Now we come and look at their pension rights. So the pension right is the extra months or years of contributions that you have made. And then that is where the determination will be, so that even though our pension, even though our best 3 year salaries were the same, because I have made more contributions than the other person, I am likely to get more money or more pension than the second person. Okay, so this is just the explanation to the pension rights. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so I just spoke about the earnings declared to SSNIT and then the age at retirement. The age at retirement, for full pension is 60 years. But some people will retire early, and the law allows you to retire even from 55 years. So from 55 years, between 55 years and 59 years, the law allows you to go on early retirement. The only thing is that it is prorated. You will not get what you stand to get if you were 60 years. And it's not because SSNIT is taking your money, but the explanation to it is that you are enjoying pension earlier than your age mates will be going on pension. That means you will be a pensioner for so long. Assuming someone goes on pension at 55 years, and this person's age mates are 55 today, and they will be working extra 5 years before they go, which means that you will be enjoying pension 5 years before your age group will be enjoying their pension. Okay, and your annuity period too would have extended. So annuity period is the period between the age of 60 years and 75 years. The age of 60 years and 75 years. Annuity period simply means that I always cite this example and I say it as it is, that it is not me. I am only doing a presentation to you. But actual computation says that every worker, when you go on pension between 60 and 75 years, you have to die. You have to die. This is just a harsh explanation to it, okay? But that's just on the lighter side. But if you refuse to die, then SSNIT still keeps taking care of you. So annuity period between 60 and 75 years, when you are on pension, your pension benefits comes to you unabated. It does not break. Nobody calls you to come and do anything. Until just recently, because we decided to put all the pensioners on a certain platform. So we've asked all our pensioners, irrespective of their ages, to come, or if they cannot come, they should call us to come and put them on the digital platform, and then come and let us see that indeed they are still alive and they are enjoying. But anything short of that, you realize that when you go on pension between 60 years and 75 years, nothing happens to your money. It comes to you the way it should come. After 75 years, you have to tell SSNIT that you are still alive. So indeed, by that time, you are feeble, you are not able to come. If the person is not able to come, the family members do call us. When they call, we come to them, and then we come and we come and do what we call pensioner certificate. So we come and ascertain that indeed they are still alive and they are there. Okay. So basically, that is it. But anything short of that, when you go on pension at 55 years, between 55 and 59 years, you go on reduced pension. Okay, please, the next slide. Okay, so I just mentioned how the pensions are calculated and earlier, and so I'll just go through it again for you to know that the average of the best 3 years annual salary. So we look at the total salaries that you have enjoyed in your entire working life. From the time you started work till the time you end your pension, we pick the best 3 year salaries that you had. And then we divide the best 3 year salaries into 3. So we pick the average best 3 years. And then we multiply it by your pension right. Remember, I explained your pension rights, that pension right is your extra contributions that you made after you made your 15 years. After the 15 years, all the extra contributions that you have made attracts a percentage, which is factored into the overall pension computation. And then also your early retirement factor. I spoke about it. When you go on pension at the age of 60, it is 1 for everybody. So this multiplied by 1. If you go on pension before 60, then it reduces, it goes into negative. That is what brings the early the reduced pension issue into play. Okay. All right. The next slide. Okay. So this is just to let you appreciate what we call years of contribution and then your pension rights, as I spoke about. So if you have made 15 years, so let's say the person retired on 180 months, nothing was added to it. The person retired at 60, and then his total contribution was 180. So this person will enjoy 37.5% of pensions. If it is 16 years, so that means that the person made 1 year extra contributions to it. So the percentage on it then gets to 38.6%. If it's 17 years, so we've just given you a fair idea of this for you to appreciate whatever it is you have contributed, and then also put yourself into the whole pension calculation. I always tell people that people feel that you need people when you are there, when you ask for people when you are going on pension, your computation is different. When the public is going on pension, it is different. I said it is not true. It is the same pension computations that we all go through. So the whole thing is about the quantum of salary that you earn. I spoke about the basic salary, and for some people, you see that when you gross your salary, when you do the gross salary, you see that the salary is huge. Now separate the allowances and then look at the basic salary. You will realize that the basic salary declared is way smaller, but the allowances are bigger when it is added fat money in your pocket. But the money that is deducted for your pensions is small because the declared salary to SSNET is also not huge. So in fact, for some time now, we've been clamoring that the employers should consider consolidating salaries, so that when we are deducting contributions, we are deducting all these things based on the consolidated salary, and then you also will benefit when it comes to the deductions, and then the overall your overall pension computation and pension salaries that you will be earning as well. This is how it is. Okay, please, the next slide. So these are just few examples of basic salaries of some contributors. In fact, all contributors as we have in our database. Again, I think I was listening to the previous presentation, and if I was said that salary, someone said if you want to earn this, then you should be able to pay that. If you want to earn that, then you should be able to pay that. But you see, with a SSNIT scheme, your declared salary, you cannot have an employer and employee relationship and still want to be a voluntary contributor as well. It doesn't work like that, because pensions, they are not bought. Pensions are not bought. If you are in a situation where maybe I advise people that if you have your own small business that you do, and you have registered the company and all that, even though you're working with DataBank, let's say that your salary is 5,000. So your basic salary has been deducted. They have paid, the employer has added, and they have paid that to you. You realize you are looking at your contributions and you feel that your contribution, okay, it's okay, but you see, because you have at a side job you are doing, you will be able to pay an extra contributions. So the extra contributions you'll be able to make, I advise that then register your company, the other aside company, register that company, and then put your name there as the worker. If you have more than one worker there too, you can add the second person, and then you also declare a salary for yourself there, so that you will also be paying the extra contributions that you would have wished to make. You also add it to it, and then you'll be doing the aside contributions. That will help you. Okay, but so the difference here is this: you cannot have an employer and employee relationship and still be a self-employed contributor as well. It doesn't work like that. But you can register your company, and then your name is added to it. After all, a doctor works with 37. Same doctor is doing locum at Legon UGMC hospital, and they are paying social security for the person. And someone is also working with a formal organization, all right, they are paying for the person. But this same person is a lecturer at a university, is doing part-time lecturing there. The part-time lecturing is earning him salary. So when the part-time people are paying him, they will also pay social security on top for him. That one is also allowed. Okay, so the difference here is this: you cannot have an employer-employee relationship and then still want to be a self-employed. But where you have another employer, you are able to contribute as well. So these are just basic examples of what people and then you see the number. You see that about 1 million plus are earning 3,000 cedis or less. About 1 million again are earning 2,000 or less. So this 2,000 are the basic salaries of these people. And then you realize that, so they will say that, hey, and I'm paying all this, I'm paying this for all these years. And when I'm going on pension after paying all this, SSNIT has given me some small money. look at it from the beginning. Those of them who are earning less than or equal to 500 cedis, it's about 13,000 plus, and it's even more. It could even still be more. Looking at those who are earning 1,000 cedis or less, it's about 600, and then those under 1,500. When you look at how SNET even pays our lowest pensioners, and then I always say that if SNET were to do a strict actuarial computation, those our lowest earners will be earning way below the amount that they are earning today, because it means that SNET has raised them and is paying them something that is even higher than what they used to earn whilst in active service. Don't forget what the highest pensioner is earning today, because the SNET highest pensioner is taking 213,991.47 every 4 weeks. The person takes this. I'll go up, take it back into old CD for you to see that is 2 billion plus. And then the lowest pensioner earns 409 cedis. Okay, so this for pensioners already on the payroll who were receiving the previous minimum pension of 300 cedis last year. We have raised them to 409, and this actually represents 36.52% increment. Okay, so SNET also raised the minimum pension from the new retirees to earn 400 cedis every month as well. Okay, please, we can go to the next one. Okay, so yeah, so I've spoken about this one. This has to do with the highest pensioner. So please go to the next one. Okay, all right. So this has to do with a superior value to invested members' contributions. Again, you look at whatever people say that no, then it's better I put my money at the bank, and then when I go on pension, then I'll go and take it and go and do all the things you want to do. It's agreed. In fact, it's allowed. But I say that, you see, when you look critically into social security benefits, we say that the average number of years it will take a member to exhaust investments or invested employee and employer contributions for the 18.5 is within 9 years, 37 or 9.37 years, you probably would have finished spending all your contributions, your personal contributions. You would have finished spending all. The reason SNET is superior is that because it is social insurance, SNET takes care of the person until death. Even if the person dies whilst on pension, the person dies within the annuity period space. So the person dies between the age of 60 years and 75 years. SNET still pays unexpired pensions to their nominated beneficiaries. And if it is that you were even to put your money elsewhere, you are not going to get this, because you still take your money. We all do investments. We go into investments. By the time we collect our money, someday within 1 year, 2, 3 years, we are done spending all the monies that you have contributed. Okay. All right. So again, the down one says that average number of years it will take a member to exhaust invested employee. So the employee one is the 5.5 deductions that are made that you see on your pay slip every now and then. If you are to put that one alone together, I'm not putting the employer's own. I'm just looking at the one that you are personally contributing. Normally within 3 years, you are done spending that as well. Again, because of the social insurance bit, SNET takes care of the person until death. Today, the highest pensioner is about 115 years and is still enjoying pension. The second oldest pensioner, sorry, I said the highest pensioner. The oldest pensioner is 115 years. The second oldest pensioner, I think the person is a woman. She is 112 years and still enjoying pensions. You see, and SNET gives you a superior this thing as well, because every now and then you realize that every year increments are made on your salaries. So every year when we come and we are doing indexations, every 1st January, there's indexation from SNET, and then we tell everybody in Ghana and the world that SNET has put 10% increment on every pensioner's salary. So what you are earning today does not mean that is what you are going to earn until death. SSNIT gives you increment every year, and the person that was even earning 300 cedis as the lowest pensioner who was earning 300 cedis at the time, today the person is earning 409.56. Which is to say that if, as I earlier mentioned, if we were even to do strict actuarial computation, it would have meant that the person will be taking lower than this. Okay, but again, because of the social insurance bit, we are able to take care of all these people. All right, please move on. And then, so the down one, you realize that the old age pension, we had old age pension. Then I saw some round one down there, and I was telling you that we will talk about that one too. It's not everybody that is able to contribute the 180 months. Some are working today, they are workers. Tomorrow they go off, they are not working again, they have lost their jobs and all that. By the time you lump all their contributions together, these people would have made maybe about 120 months of contributions. But today they are 60. The person may have made 150 months. The person may have made maybe even 60 months of contributions, because somebody will contribute and even travel. Somebody will contribute and go and work elsewhere. That the person may not have asked whether they are paying social security or not, and they didn't pay social security, but today is 60. And because such a person has also contributed, you cannot take the person's money. The money is still for them. So anyone who contributes, and it contributes less than 180 months, at 60 years when the person comes, we lump their contributions all together plus accumulated interest, and we give it to them one-off payment, and they go. We don't have anything to do with them anymore. So they don't earn pensions. So if we are paying lump sum today, the lump sum we are paying is for those who are earning below the 180, those who have contributed below 180 months are the people that we lump their funds and we give to them. There's another lump sum, a bit of a lump sum that we give, and that one too is not for everyone. It is only for those who had contributions before the new pensions law became operational. So those who belong to Act 247 then and had contributed, but because the new law became operational, remember that under the old one, they were paying 17.5 to SSNIT. Everything came to SSNIT. Under the new Pensions Act, I told you that it's 13.5 that comes to SSNIT, and then the 5% goes to Tier 2. The difference between 13.5 and the 17.5 they used to pay under Act 247 is 4%. So that 4% is what we have set aside for all the people that had contributions. Anybody that started work before 2010 have what we call past credit. And the past credit is put together for them when they are going on pension. As we are doing their computations for their monthly pensions, we also put their past credit together. So usually when you print your contributions, you are able to see, because we let you appreciate what it is. And then you see every quarter it is compounded, and every quarter the figure changes. So you see the increment that it comes with, whatever you'll be earning from January to March. By the time you finish in June, you see that the figure has changed from that which you had in March. So the past credit is there for those people as well. Okay, the next slide, please. Okay, so we are done talking about pensions. This one is invalidity. Invalidity pension basically has to do with contributors who, out of an accident of a sort, so physical disability or mental disability, they are unable to work again. And the person, so the qualifying condition is that the person should have made at least 12 months contributions within the past 36 months of the incident happening. Okay, so if the person has, let's say the person has become invalid today, we look at, when the person comes and we look at the total contribution the person has made we're in 2026, so we look into 2026, 2025, 2024. All right, we look into it 3 years back, 36 months back. We look at it and we see if the person has been able to make at least 12 months of contributions within that 3-year gap. If the person has made it, he qualifies. He qualifies, 1. 2, the second qualifying condition is that the person will have to provide a medical report from a recognized medical practitioner, indeed saying that this person has become totally incapacitated. So this one, it is not malaria. This one, nobody should come with malaria or headache and say that I'm an invalid. No. So that is how it is. So invalidity basically has to do with it. And then when the doctor brings it, we also refer the patient together with the medical reports that they've given to the patient to our own medical team. So SNIT, we have a medical team that meets every month, the last Friday of every month. And we look at the total requests that we have had for the month, and then they go, and then the doctors checks them very well to see if they are really invalids. When the doctors pass them and they go like, okay, indeed, this person cannot work again, then we pass them, and then they process their claims. This one, you don't have to be 60. I have seen someone who is 28 years. I am part of the medical board, so I know what I'm saying. A 28-year-old lady she was a nurse. Okay, yeah, she was a nurse. She went to work. She said, "Oh, Mr. Michael, we were eating with friends. We were sitting down. We sent someone to go and buy food for us. When they brought the food, as soon as I was coming to eat the food, she said something told her, I don't know what it is, but something told her not to eat the food. But she was so hungry, so she ate it. She only took 2 of the banku with the soup. She just took 2. The first one she swallowed, she was feeling funny. The second one was like, what is this? That was the last she could remember. Then she went off. When she woke up, she had gotten stroke. So these are key things. I always say that no soldier goes to war with the intention of going to be killed. As we are speaking now, we are talking about it, and we are citing other people as examples. And many of these people too also thought that they were going to actively work until 60 years. But by dint of accidents, you are unable to work again. That one, you don't have control over it. It is God who is only protecting all of us. But once we are all still alive and we are working in this world freely, anything is possible. Anything can happen to us. So we need to ensure that some of these things, we don't play with them. My second example is that a young man who used to work with Ghana Telecom, I cited this example. So this person, he's one of the guys that climbed the mast to fix their network problems. You see them on top of that long pole. The guy was coming down after working, and then he fell from the top. And then now the back, the lumbar and the spine. Fortunately, he didn't die, but unfortunately, he has become permanently incapacitated. And this person was 36 years. This person is on invalidity pension as I'm speaking to you right now. And SNIT will take care of this person until he dies. If by some spiritual or by some miraculous means this person recovers, and he wants to even actively work again, SNIT will pause the pension, and then we'll let him continue from where he left off. He's not going to start afresh. He will continue from where he left off and continue paying until he's 60. And then we'll do a recomputation and then put him back on pension. If he's unable to work again, SNIT takes care of him until he dies. I know an invalid person who went on invalidity pension at 52 years. Today, the person is 86. He's still alive. He's not dead. And SNIT keeps paying the person every month. Okay, so basically, this is it for invalidity benefits. All right. So these are just a typical example. Please, the next slide. So now he's telling
Mr. Mensah.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. I would just like to draw your attention that we have quite a number of questions. I wish we could maybe wrap this up in a few minutes so that we can get into the questions, because there are lots. So many people have questions for you.
Okay, so let me do all this within 3 minutes. Okay,
thank you.
All right, so I was talking about invalidity. Let me not use the slides again. Let me just do an example presentation. Then the next one is the survivors. So the survivors benefits, which is actually the last but one, the third one. Survivors goes like this: every worker who is actively working, again, we hope that we will not die. But if by some means the person dies before 60 years, SNIT pays the benefits to the nominated beneficiaries. I spoke earlier about this and said that if the person is even on pension and at 60 years, between 60 and 75 years within the annuity period, we still pay to the nominated beneficiaries. My only caution to all of us now is that we should hold our nominated or nominations in high esteem. Let us not play with nominated beneficiaries. A lot of people have died and their monies have gone to wrong hands because, and I'm sure that most of us are victims as I'm speaking today. Many of us have registered with SSNIT, but we have never taken the pain to even go to SSNIT and update our beneficiaries before. Some of us said we want our mothers and our fathers, our brothers and our sisters to become beneficiaries because at the time we're not married. Today we are married. Today, even our mothers are no more. And it is still their names that are there. So I'm begging you, let us be very, very serious about this one. We can do this using the SSNIT app as well. I'm sure questions will come from this. When they come, I will handle those ones as well. The last bit I will talk about is the immigration benefits, which has to do with the foreigners that come into the country to work. When they come and they do their contract, 5 years contract, 10 years contract, when they finish and they are gone, before they are gone, we lump all their contributions and accumulated interest, and we give to them to go. So that one, we don't give them pension. We lump it and we give it to them. So thank you very much. I'll end here. If there are further questions, then we take them from there. Thank you.
Thank you. There are definitely further questions. So many. So please get ready. We will get into them. I think I have about 15 to 20 questions here. I'll try and pick. He's answered some during the presentation, but I'll try and pick the others that he hasn't. But before we do that, I think I just want to give the chance to the DataBank CEO just to give a word, say a word or two before we enter into the questions, because when we enter the questions and then we do the giveaways, we are out of here. So I don't want to keep him waiting for long. He's very passionate about retirement. I'm really surprised he didn't do any of the presentations today. He's very passionate about retirement, and I believe he has a word or two for us. And so please help me welcome Mr. Kojo Adai-Mensah. Kojo, if you want to give your remarks, yes.
Yeah, MFA, thank you very much. You're right. I'm extremely passionate about this. Today, I can't come on video. The lighting where I am is not great, so I don't think I want to be looking very black and dark, even though I'm very dark, half in Zima man. But yeah, Michael, thank you very much for this presentation. Emma, thank you very, very much for this presentation. Gladly, I'm now very gray and at 55, and I have the benefit of letting those of you, I enjoyed the poll, and the age group is perfect. I knew I'll get to this point because I've seen my parents young and then are now in their late 80s. So I knew by God's grace, I will also get here. And sometimes, you know, retirement looks very, 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 very far away. And when you are in your 30s and people are talking to you about retirement, you're like, Charlie, let me enjoy my life now. After all, life is short. Charlie, life is short, it's true. Enjoy, it's true. But there's nothing more painful than being 65 or 63 and realizing that much as life was short, 60s have hit you and you're not ready. And here you are going around begging, asking for alms. It's terrible. It's a terrible experience. And in our time, we didn't have what you have. You know, we didn't have investment options. I think the only option we had was T-bills. And Vicky came and said some of it, you know. We only had T-bills. Our parents had only T-bills. You have options. And they had T-bills and SSNIT. Finish. You have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And if you are in an organization that has not taken full advantage of tier 3, please go and push for tier 3. Stop going to push for allowances, increase in allowances, demonstration. Let's go on strike. And it's kind of just strike. Let's go on strike. Transport allowance. Michael said it. You look at your pay slip, it's beautiful. They will calculate your pension on your basic. Then you start saying that SSNIT are cheating. SSNIT is a Ponzi scheme. SSNIT is this. SSNIT hasn't done anything wrong. They apply the law. They apply the law. So guys, let's not be signboards and show direction without doing what we are learning today. Let's do what we have learned. Michael has given us a brilliant presentation. Emma has told us exactly what it is that we need to. Retirement is real. It's like night and day. It will come. And if you are not ready, there's nothing more painful than that. I've seen people who were living large until 60. By 62, 63, they were gone because the lifestyle changed completely and they were not ready. I've seen doctors who have lived in doctors' bungalows all their life. Suddenly, they are 60. It's time to move on. They don't have a place to lay their head. I've seen teachers saying, you know, I've seen government officials who have, in all their life, used government vehicles. From the age of 28, when they entered public service, civil service, they've had a vehicle. They are 60, and now they have to take trotro. Today, there's Uber. Now, trotro. And you know, it kills your soul so much. It kills your spirit. You die. That's all for today. Thank you very much for all those who have organized this. I'm really happy. We'll keep doing it. We'll keep pushing and promoting the agenda. We'll keep educating Ghanaians. Retirement is real. Prepare for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kojo. Retirement is real. Prepare for it. From Kojo Adai-Mensah. Thank you so much. Thank you for keeping it brief. Thank you. I think we really have to have like a follow-up seminar, because when I see the questions that we have here, I think we need to do a part 2 of it. So I will give you some questions and then I'll let you know. Mr. Mensah, Michael Mensah, please, are you on? Are you ready for the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So someone says, if your employer was contributing, but now you've traveled outside the country, how can you continue with payments?
So the person is no more in the country.
Yes.
Okay, so my answer, my humble answer is that Social Security is for workers in Ghana. Okay, so that you see, many people keep asking, and I tell them that if you are someone who is here, okay, if you are here or you keep going and coming, you have a business, the person is traveling, going to bring things, coming to do over here, set yourself up, use your company to register. Let them register or register your company, and then whoever is working, even if you don't have a worker, you alone can be the worker. And then you rather use your name, and then we are paying that for you. Once you are not in the country, or once you are not in the formal environment and you want to still contribute, then now you are a self-employed worker. If you are a self-employed worker, you know taxes and other things will have to come in. Well, I'm not even discussing that one. But if you are a self-employed worker, where do you work? You don't work in Ghana. And if you don't pay heed to this thing as soon as possible, when you are due, as I said, at 60 years, and your total contribution is not up to 180 months, the SSNIT is going to return your contributions plus accumulated interest. So that's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Can you continue to pay SSNIT after contributing for 35 years or 240 months?
Yes, please. The qualifying conditions are 2. You should be 60 and should have a minimum 180 months. Even if you have contributed for 35 years and you are still not 60, you still qualify to contribute. So you can still contribute. Yeah.
All right. Someone is asking if you can throw more light on contributing through the voluntary medium or voluntary contributions.
Okay. So the voluntary goes like this. You are registered. Maybe the person is even already a contributor. Per the first question you asked me, if the person wants.
So let me just add a question, because there's a Pragya driver here who also says, I'm a Pragya driver. I earn more than 1,008 a week. How do I save for pension? Maybe to cover everything.
Yeah, these are the people I'm looking for. Yeah,
okay,
these
you
are the
have them
people
here.
because you see, unfortunately, most people tend to think that because of the kind of work they are doing, they feel that they don't belong to our world. And I always say that everyone deserves pension. So yes, so such a person is earning this, meaning that the person can at least make even 300 cedis or even 500 cedis contributions every month. It is possible. Assuming the person can even make the 300 cedis, and then maybe later when things are better, you still want to increase your contributions, it's allowed. So I don't know if I should drop my number and give to him, or I should give it to you. I should mention it here. and then he can pick it up and he can call me. Then we'll see how, if there are others like that, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people will be very interested in that. I don't know if you can take the volume of calls, but if you're okay, you can drop it in the chat or send it to Benedicta or something. She'll just put it in the chat in case anybody.
Okay, so Benedicta has my number, so she can put it there. Yeah.
All right, please put it there. So I'm sure your phone will be buzzing for a long time. Okay, so somebody wants to know, when you are resigning from a company, should the tier 2 amount be paid to you?
When you are resigning, no.
Yes.
You see, the tier 2, even though they are different, there are a lot, and then each company decides whoever they want to work with. We are all under the umbrella NPRA. And so when you are moving, if I'm moving from DataBank, I've decided to move on from DataBank. I want to join maybe ADB. I want to join Bank of Ghana. I want to join EcoBank. Sorry, when I'm leaving, EcoBank may have a second-tier company that is paying for them. And there's a relationship like that. All your funds could be transferred to them. Sometimes I've heard some of the tier 2 companies saying that, oh, don't worry, this one you have contributed, we have invested it, so we can still keep it. When you go on pension and you pick from where you are, you can still come back and pick from here. All right, so it's allowed. You cannot, the money will not be given to you. Remember, it's a pension scheme. Okay, so the only time you have access to the money is when you are eligible. Okay, so basically that is it. I was talking about the self-employed man, and he should have, if he already has a number, fine. If he doesn't have a number, we will register him, but he should make sure that he's not 45 years plus. If it's 45 years plus, it will be difficult. But if it's not, we'll register him and put him there. There's a short code that with which you can even make contributions on the star 711 star 9 hash. A star 711 star 9 hash. They can use that to make their contributions as well. Okay. So later when you put my number to it, they can ask the further questions.
The code is star 711 star 9
star
hash.
9 hash. Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Somebody wants to know, is it possible for someone who contributed for 1 year before but lost the job? Now the person wants to continue at the age of 46. So he's worked for a year, he contributed for a year, then he lost the job, and then no contribution has been made. But now the person is 46. Can the person pick up from where he left off?
Sharp. The person can do it. You see, because the person was already registered before 45 and he contributed.
Yes.
Okay. We are not a police station. The most important thing is that you are registered before, you have contributed before. So even if he's 50 years and he wants to contribute, we can still let him continue. So now he should know that he doesn't have much time, so he should do it fast. He should call me and show him what to do.
All right. Okay, great. Someone wants to know if you pay lump sum and monthly salary to people who before 2010. I'm just trying to understand the question. With the new act, those who started contributing before 2010, are you going to pay them using the new act?
Yes, now we are using the new act. That is why they are benefiting from what we call the past credit. Remember, I told you that the difference between the lump sum that was paid under Act 247 and that of 766 is that under 247 it was 17.5, and SNET paid lump sum and pensions. Under Act 766, SNET is mandated to pay only pensions. But for those who had contributions before 2010, we have lumped their 4% difference aside, and we have put all together. So today, when such are due for benefits, we will pay them past credit. We have put all the 4% from the time they started, assuming the person started contributing from 2005. So between 2005, from 2005 all through to 31st December 2009, their contributions that they made, the 4% on them, we are putting all together to pay, because the new pensions became operational in 1st January 2010. Please, I hope you understand me.
I understand you. Yes, I understand you. Maybe two more and then I'll take so I think somebody's asking if she's a government worker, she has a side hustle, Can the side hustle also pay pension? I think you've spoken about that she should register the business and then register as a worker. I think you mentioned that.
Please let me give my number to them. This one, I'm sure people are eager to see the number. So either because some of these things, yes, so that we guide them well. Many people didn't know about these things, and today they are earning some little pensions, and they are not happy. So they could have gotten the chance. If they had gotten the chance like today, they would have quickly done that. So my phone number is 0243
Okay.
27
Okay.
0854.
Okay.
0243 270854. My name is Michael Magnus Mensah. You can make it simple and type triple M. I will respond.
Okay. The number is in the chat I hear. There's an interesting question. Somebody's asking, if you have two employers contributing to SNIT, will my contribution be consolidated? Yeah, I think, okay. I figured. Will my contribution be consolidated and paid to me, or will SNIT pay separately? I think it's one number, so they'll pay separately, right? And pay together.
Thank you. In fact, if I today you're my assistant, you've done all the work.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll give you one question, then I'll let you take a break, and then I'll come back to if someone contributes to SNIT for 14 years and passes on here, what happens to the person's contribution?
Passes on, we pay the benefits to the nominated beneficiaries.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
You mentioned that. I'm still going through. Must an employer pay SNIT for a casual worker or contract staff? Contract staff, casual worker.
Who is a casual worker? Who is a contract staff?
I know contract staff. I'm not sure about casual worker.
Okay, so you see, this all these things boils down to jargons and semantics. So I always say that Social Security must be paid wherever there's an employer and employee relationship. Simple. So where we try to use jargons to now make the thing look like we want to decorate the donkey to look like an ass. No, that is not it. Wherever there's an employer and employee relationship, Social Security must be paid. So if you are somewhere and you are working and they are treating you as such and they are not paying for you, please call me. Don't worry. Call me. We'll have to get these things done, because so many people have become victims to this, and today they are there, and every day you see them at old age, they are now calling you no more. They are rather calling you no more for you to help them. You see, we also need to support them as well. Right.
Okay. All right. So some of you have questions for a data bank, your investments and all that. I will let Emma come on, but maybe at the end of the question, so that she can kind of like give everybody the contacts and how to reach out to us, and then just deal with those questions. I don't know if Auntie Vic is here. There's a question for her. Vicky, I don't know if you're here. There's a question for you. I'm just giving her a minute or two to see if she's here. Okay. Somebody's asking, Mr. Mensah, what going on reduced pension means. Does that mean the amount you are giving to them is reduced?
No. It is yes and no. But the whole point is that when the reduced pension starts, as I said, starts between 55 years and then 59 years. Okay. So for one who goes on reduced pension, it means that at 55 years, you want to retire earlier than those around your age will be going on pension. So if you retire at 55, we'll be giving you 60% of what you would have gotten if you had gone at 60.
Oh.
If you go at 56, I'm trying to get that one because it's even part of the slides. If you go at 56, the same. If you go at 57, the same. So like until 59 years. When you go at 59, then you get 90% of what you stand to gain. But if you go at 60 years, then it's the full pension.
Okay.
So
all
I'm
right.
trying
Someone is asking if it's possible to get some percentage of their contribution to invest in something before going on pension.
Please tell them that I said no.
Okay. So there's also another interesting question here. It says that my employer doesn't pay monthly but waits and pays the whole thing at the end of the year. Does it impact him in any way, him or her in any way?
Yeah, that shouldn't be their problem. When they come and you are supposed to present your contribution reports at the end of the month, and we've even given them two extra weeks into the new month, into the ensuing month. So if they don't do it and they come after that time, they pay with penalty. Don't forget that we also invest the money. So we invest the money, then when the benefits come, we share to all contributors. So if an employer has deducted from an employee and is still keeping the money, when they come, and they'll come and meet us and they will pay their penalties. Yes, so that shouldn't be their challenge at all. I'm rather interested in they be checking their contributions and also take advantage. So today we all have Android phones. Let's all type the SNIT Ghana at our Play Store and App Stores. Do the SNIT Ghana and then install the app. If you need further clarifications, you have my number, so you can call. So over there, you don't need to get up and go to any SNIT office. At the comfort of your home, in your office, you are able to check your contributions to see if it's up to date, check your bio data, ensure that your name spelled correctly, check your financial data, make sure that your contributions are up to date. Then you are fine. You can even do some of the the updates on the SNIT app as well. So let's take advantage of that.
I think it's a good thing you mentioned. So I think he's mentioned a number of things. I think one of them that keeps coming up a lot is the beneficiaries part, where he says sometimes people pass on and then they realize that you had your mom's name or your sibling's name when you are now married with children and all that. And he's now saying that we can do all those changes on the app. So I think every Ghanaian should have that app. I'm going to get it after this meeting. So I'm encouraging everybody to do that. Somebody's asking about the, I think, personal contribution, maybe voluntary contribution, is asking if the arrangement is like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Is that how it's also done?
No, the voluntary, what we do with the self-employed people is that we don't collect on behalf of tier 2. So you only bring 13.5%, same as the formal people. Remember, I told you that for those of us within the formal, when the deductions are made, total 18.5 of our 5.5, and then the employer's 13%, total 18.5. It is 13.5 that comes to SNIT, and the 5% goes to tier 2. So when we are picking from the self-employed, we only take their 13.5. Okay. So if they can then go ahead and go and do with the tier 2 or contribute over there, but we are only interested in that which comes to SNIT.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to like to take a break. You've given us your number. So at this point, I think it's safe for me to say thank you so much for coming. We want to end in a few minutes. I still have maybe two questions, and then we'll take our final remarks. So I have a winner. The last time we had a winner, I think it's Joycelyn Reku, I think, for the second question. A question on Mr. Michael Mensah's presentation. So among the 3 tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, which of the tiers is absolutely voluntary? It's optional among the 3 tiers. Let's drop the answers. First correct answer gets 100 cedis to give voucher from us. And then try and pick another question. See, I'm trying to look for a difficult question so that people will not get the voucher. Okay. Okay. Okay, so maybe my last question will be, what percentage do you pay for your SNIT contributions? What percentage do you pay as a worker? And there's a percentage you pay, and then there's a percentage your employer pays. What is your percentage? Drop your answer in the chat. And then whilst we are giving the closing remarks, I'll be compiling the winners, and then I'll announce it after that. So we'll take closing remarks. Yes, so Emma, please, closing remarks. Emma Somia Kwao. And then please drop contact numbers for Data Bank. There are some people with specific issues who to reach out to, and then how they can continue to transact with us. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Emefa. And I think today's section has been very interactive. So for those of us who may want to have a further conversation with Data Bank, you can call our main line 0302 610 610. And if you want to send an email to make more inquiries, you can also send that to clientservices@databankgroup.com. And for all the various branches, in fact, if you call, you can tell us where you are calling from so we can give you the closest branch so you feel at home. And then again, for such seminars and more, if you are an association, if you are a group, if it is a corporate institution and you may want us to offer you this service, it's free of charge. You can invite us over, just gather your group for us and we'll throw more light on whether it is an emergency fund, how they can prepare for emergencies, how they can plan for their retirement, or even if you want just a financial literacy program, we are there to support you. So feel free to contact anybody at Data Bank and it will get to us. And if you want to also perform any other services, you can go to our website and then go to online services. Then whatever you want to do, you can do it there once and for all. If you face challenges, then you can call the contact for more assistance. But then again, I think we can also follow up on our investments. Someone said, I've withdrawn all my money. Is the account closed? We don't close accounts. Maybe that time you were so mad at us, you withdrew, or the account close here. It is still there for you. So you just speak to us. We'll help you activate it, and that is it. And then also go to SSNIT, check out for yourself your statement, whether your employers are paying your contributions and they are up to date. Let's achieve this the retirement plan together. And at the end of the day, we may not make the mistakes our forefathers made or our parents made, but have the best of retirement for ourselves and for our children. We all need peace of mind. We all need money. So thank you all for your time and for making this section the best of all. Thank you. Let me pass over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. We are getting to the end of this. You guys have been amazing. Most of us have been on the call since 10 a.m. It's 12, it's like almost 12:30. And we are still here. It's amazing. We don't take your time for granted at all. Thank you so much. I have two winners. Well, my VAR team has sent me the names of the two winners. So we have Senam Tojo and Clement Kwame Ado. So we will reach out to you because you registered. So we will just get your contact and then we will reach out to you ourselves with the prizes. And thank you once again. Let's spread the word. Like I said, we were streaming on YouTube. And so if anybody missed, always go back and then watch the session again. And just wish everybody the best. And so until next time, we have to pray ourselves out before. Let me not get ahead of myself. So I'm going to call Mr. Eko Akwe, who is also the co-head of sales, to just close us, and then we'll be out of here. Eko.
All right. Thank you very much, Emefa. And thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's session. Shall we pray? Father, Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you for bringing us all together today. We pray, committing each and everyone on the call into your hands. Father, Lord, it is our prayer. It is my prayer that whatever that we've heard and we've learned today, we'll put it into practice. That is my prayer, that we are not going to use our children as retirement, but we'll take up our retirement and start planning now so that we'll have a better future. In Jesus' mighty name, have we prayed with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Please stay safe out there. It's drizzling and raining in parts of Accra again today. So please stay safe. We wish ourselves all the best. And until next time, it was lovely having you all. You're such an engaging audience. See you guys. If you have any more questions, I think the team will be on for about 5 more minutes after. So you can still drop them, especially if they are specific to Databank, and then somebody will reach out to you. But we are stepping out for now. So ciao, thank you, bye.